Good evening. I'm standing in Sigachik, Northwest Territories, where the Mackenzie and Arctic Red Rivers meet. We will be broadcasting here for the rest of the week. Tonight, we'll learn about a traditional food program here that provides both jobs and nutrition. But first, the news. Thanks for joining us. I'm Megan Roberts in Sigachik, Northwest Territories. We begin tonight in Nunavut. A stranded ship that ran aground in the Northwest Passage over a month ago is finally floating again. The cargo ship Thamesborg was refloated early Thursday morning. Rescue operations involved removing over 5,000 tons of cargo from the ship, as well as reducing the amount of water in the ship's damaged ballast tanks. The ship was inspected and is currently en route to a port of refuge. Royal Wagenborg, the company that owns the ship, didn't say where that port is. The company says there was no pollution or injury to the crew during the refloating. Wagenborg says the exact cause of the grounding is still under investigation. The future of a revamped health system in the Yukon is unclear as the territory's election campaigns continue. Work on the creation of a Yukon Health Authority began several years ago, but it's far from complete. And now one political party says it's not convinced it's the way to go. Gabrielle Plonka reports.
The Yukon is one of the last jurisdictions in Canada without a health authority. Many years of work have gone into the planning so far, and a board was appointed just this year. The Health Authority would replace the Hospital Corporation and bring health services under one agency at arm's length from government. But there's still a long way to go, and the Health Authority was still very much in the early stages of being built when the election was called. Now, only 2 out of 3 party leaders say they're committed to finishing the work. The Yukon Party says it's not convinced the Health Authority will improve care. It says the transition will be too expensive and that money might be better spent improving frontline services. Leader Curry Dixon says if elected, his party will reassess the plan. The incumbent Liberal Party is pledging to keep the status quo. The Liberal government appointed the Health Authority Board alongside First Nations leaders. If elected, the Liberals say the authority will take over in a few years. The Yukon NDP says it will commit to launching a health authority eventually. It says more consultation needs to happen with the healthcare worker unions. Leader Kate White says questions about seniority and pensions need to be answered before they can move forward. All 3 leaders do agree on one thing. They say healthcare needs to be improved. All 3 are trying to convince voters that they're the right party for the job before voting day on November 3rd. Gabrielle Plonka, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Elections Nunavut says it's working to deliver mail-in ballots to residents despite the Canada Post workers' strike. The organization says it's working with Northern Airlines to ensure ballots make it into voters' hands. It's also working with other courier companies. Elections Nunavut wouldn't say which specific companies it's working with. The Canada Post strike means no new mail or parcels are being accepted or delivered in Nunavut. People can apply for special mail-in ballots at Election Nunavut's website. The application deadline to get one of those ballots is 1 week before Election Day, and that is set to take place on October 27th. The Northwest Territories government ruled out the possibility of creating a separate emergency management organization last week. It came in response to recommendations from an after-action review that looked at shortcomings in the NWT's response to the 2023 wildfires. But what would a separate agency like that look like? The CBC's Luke Carroll spoke with the manager of one in Saskatchewan.
The Northwest Territories government says a separate emergency management agency wouldn't work in the territory. But different jurisdictions run their agencies in different ways. There's no one-size-fits-all. Saskatchewan, for example, is the only jurisdiction that has their wildland firefighters in that agency, along with 911, emergency response teams, fire investigators, and even their own aircrafts.
I've heard some very positive response because again, it has addressed that. Who do we contact? So depending whether it's a fire safety question or a wildland question or a recovery question or a emergency preparedness question from a community, they can reach into the public safety agency and we will ensure that they are connected with the right person.
The NWT has said it won't be creating a separate agency because of the cost and the possibility of resources not being used fully during the winter months. Pritchard says although there is less work in the winter, there's never no work.
I mean, there's always reviews from the season before. There's always preparation for the next season. I can tell you that we have helped out in during the winter when severe storms. We've moved resources into communities that needed assistance. We've had ice storms that have taken down power lines during the winter. That we have assisted in that regional approach.
Pritchard says Saskatchewan created a separate agency after several after-action reviews recommended it. He says the agency has made it easier for the public to know who to reach out to in emergencies. It also gives them more opportunity to work alongside communities. Luke Carroll, CBC News, Yellowknife.
A Canadian expert in free speech says the cooling of press freedom in the United States could have implications in Canada. The comments come after 3 journalists from the Homer News in Homer, Alaska resigned. They say the paper's owners changed an article after it was published and after complaints from a Republican state senator. As Chris McIntyre tells us, the owners of that Alaska newspaper also own a Yukon one.
Chloe Plesnick says she's taking things one day at a time. She's the reporter that covered the Charlie Kirk vigil that was co-hosted by Sarah Vance. Plesnick says as far as she's concerned, the story that she wrote followed all editorial guidelines. She says she even took a week before publishing to look at how other media outlets were describing Kirk in their words. Now, days after the article was published, Plesnick says Vance sent a public letter to Carpenter Media Group, the company that owns Homer News. Within hours of receiving that letter, Plesnick says her article was removed from the website, edited, and then reposted. She says that's the basis of her resignation. It's also the basis of the resignation of a fellow reporter and the regional editor of Homer News. Now, Erin Thompson is that regional editor. She spoke to CBC News and says it's unethical for Carpenter Media Group to remove or make any edits to any story without consulting anybody involved. Now, James Turk also spoke with CBC News. Turk is the director for the Centre of Free Expression in Toronto. He says the implications for free press here in Canada are worrying. He says theoretically what happened in Alaska could happen here in Canada. Now, Carpenter Media does have a direct tie with the Yukon. Carpenter Media bought Black Press last year. Black Press owns over 80 publications across Canada, including here in the Yukon News. Now, CBC News also reached out to Carpenter Media for comment, but they did not respond. Chris McIntyre, CBC News, Dawson City.
The Youth Centre in Cambridge Bay, Nunavut, has officially reopened this week at a temporary location. It comes after the original building was destroyed by fire in May of 2022. Mahnur Mubarak has that story.
The Cambridge Bay Youth Centre opened its doors again on Monday, marking a new beginning for a space that once brought young people together every day. Before the fire, it was a hub where kids could hang out, play games, and take part in activities. Now, with the help of the Department of Healthy Living, programming has returned in a temporary location. Darlene Agitak is one of the program coordinators. She says the closure left a big gap in the community.
So it's exciting because we're all motivated and excited to see the youth again because it's been a long time.
Rosie Aligak is also a program coordinator at the Youth Centre. She's grateful the centre has secured some funding to bring programming back for young people there.
Me and Darlene are excited the kids will now have a place to stay.
The original building is expected to be rebuilt in about 2 years at its original site. In the meantime, staff are happy to have a place where kids can reconnect and rebuild their sense of community. Mahnur Mubarak, CBC News, Iqaluit.
Changes are coming to the emergency shelter in downtown Whitehorse. Last month, the Yukon government announced a new advisory committee that will help make the shelter safer. There will also be new requirements for people staying in the building. Isabella Calisi has the details.
The new advisory committee for the 405 Alexander Street shelter is made up of 6 representatives from First Nations governments and 3 from the Yukon government. They are set to meet once a month. CBC spoke to Stephen Doyle, a co-chair on the advisory committee, before the territorial election was called. He says the creation of the council was to ensure Indigenous voices are at the forefront of decision-making for the shelter, as First Nations citizens are overrepresented at the shelter.
The intent there is to ensure that this really is First Nations led, First Nation driven, and that the voice is First Nations at the table. Yukon government is part of this as a way to help make sure we are fostering information being brought, making sure that we are also at the tables because we are the ones who work directly with the operator of the shelter to ensure that any recommendations or any changes or things that come from this committee are being operationalized and that that feedback loop is happening so that all parties are actively part of it.
As of September 1st, residents who live in the temporary units above the shelter have a program-based agreement rather than a tenancy agreement. That means tenants have to enter into the program in order to stay in the housing and work with one of the shelter's social workers to develop personal goals and plans for themselves.
They will be entering into program-based agreements with Connective, and that will provide more opportunities to engage with residents and to provide additional outreach support and goal setting and life skills training.
The programs are very individualized and can look a number of different ways. Doyle says the reason for the program-based approach is to treat the units more like temporary housing, but with no time limits on how long residents can stay. There's also extra staffing being put on at the shelter to keep up with the demand of people coming in. Isabel Cleese, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Stray animals in Fort Smith, Northwest Territories might soon have nowhere to go. The town's animal shelter says it's nearing its breaking point, and more volunteers, adoptions, and fosters are needed to keep the center running. It's also in need of a full-time manager. Carla Ulrich reports.
The Fort Smith Animal Shelter says it's in trouble. It says current volunteers are burning out and the board is down to just 3 members, the minimum to operate. Dogs at the shelter can still reside in outdoor pens, but that won't be possible once temperatures dip. There aren't enough indoor pens for all the dogs in care, and more animals keep coming in each week. The group is asking local residents to consider adopting or fostering, even temporarily.
We do the best we can for training, mostly focusing on house training, but really they need to get into a home and a stable environment. And stable, consistent people to train them, and then their true potential will really come out. I find dogs are much different here at the shelter than when they're in a nice home. Okay.
Brown says they are at risk of having to put animals down if they don't get help soon. That includes dogs like Sage, who arrived after being chained and possibly abused.
So unfortunately, she is first on the list for euthanasia if we can't get any dogs adopted, which is just heartbreaking for me because I've been working with her and she's showing so much progress. But because she's not really adoptable right now, she's so reactive and scared, we've had to start talking about that.
The shelter has started a petition calling on the town of Fort Smith to fund a full-time shelter manager and update the old dog bylaws. Brown says new bylaws should make spaying and neutering mandatory to reduce the number of strays and neglected dogs. The town told CBC News it hasn't heard from the shelter about the petition as of yet. Carla Ulrich, CBC News, Fort Smith.
We've got a few more.
Hello, I'm Paul Andrews. Here's George Tuckeroo with the news.
Thanks, Paul. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Carol Morin.
That's Northbeat for tonight. I'm Nadira Beg. Good night.
Good evening. I'm Randy Henderson. We start in the Northwest Territories.
Good evening, I'm Kate Kyle.
I'm Hillary Bird.
Shannon Scott.
Juanita Taylor, and this is Northbeat.
When we travel to a community for our Northbeat road shows, one of the things we do is stop by local organizations and governments to say hello. When we walked into the Gwich'ya Council in Sigachik to do just that, we were greeted by a massive harvest of traditional food and the woman at the center of it organizing it all. That is how we met Gwich'ya Council President Mavis Clark and learned about the council's traditional food program. Mavis, thank you so much for chatting with me today. We are surrounded by this incredible bounty of meat.
Meat and fish.
And fish.
Fish sticks, fish eggs, fish guts, half-smoked fish. Look at that big bag of fish sticks we have to separate yet. Meat. There's roasts, soup bones, ribs, that's for soups, fried meat, soup chunks for making soup, grounded up meat for spaghetti, hamburger, whatever the family wants to make, meatballs.
Tell me where all of this will be going.
We have participants living in the southern cities. We have Yellowknife, Edmonton, Whitehorse, Vancouver, Victoria. Those are the main places that we send to, yeah.
Yeah, so this harvest is going all over. This is a relatively new program, and it's one that you spearheaded. Tell me how the program started.
Unfortunately, we got cut off our funding from the Gwich'in Tribal Council, which is our land claim organization. And they're the ones that fund us to run this office and pay for our positions and everything. But there were some issues and they cut us off our funding. So I had to start looking around for funding, organizations, departments, wherever I could find funding. And I was lucky enough to meet up with Foods Bank Canada and CERNAC. There was the Harvester Support Program. So I started working with them and getting funding to do on the land activities.
Yeah, tell me about some of the economic opportunities that this program provides for community members here in Sigachik.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're such a small community that there's probably about 70% that are unemployed, that are seasonal workers. They only get work whenever they can here and there. And this really helps. As soon as we put out for meat cutters or hunters, right away we get a list of names and we rent their boats. So if there's their snowmobiles, we pay for their gas, their food, and it really helps them. Yeah, and we do get from Foods Bank Canada too. We get food. We can give out food credits. So with Jordan's principle also, we get food credits, and we always set it up at Stanton where families with children can go and shop, and it really helps with bills, because lots of times families would phone me and say, oh my God, thank you so much, because we're worried about how we're going to pay for our power, our fuel, and groceries and everything like that. So we really try to help out that way, and we keep trying to find ways to get money to help with fuel because of our winters are so long and cold. Yeah, so.
With the Jordan's Principle funding too, I know that there's been some changes to that kind of across the board. Has that affected this program or any of the programs you've been doing?
Well, not right now, but we do have the auditors coming in the new year. Like they're going to each community and they're doing an audit. But I know I don't have anything to worry about. We spend our money accordingly, and there shouldn't be any issues.
That's good. That's a good feeling. Tell me as well just about the process in terms of the hunters and the hunting camps. I understand that they're kind of family-run camps. Can you explain that to me as well?
Well, our fish camps, I was thinking that I want families to start working together and doing things together, and instead of their kids being inside on the game or on their phones and that. So I asked families if they could have their own fish, start their own fish camps wherever they want in the community or wherever they wanted it. And that we pay for their camp, their boat rental, their skid or quad or whatever they need to run that camp. And we pay them to do the fish camps, and that's where we get our fish and everything from. And in the wintertime, we do provide for on-the-land activities, and it's a really popular program. Like even younger families are taking their kids, their families out just about every weekend. The whole family would go out to their camps, drive out with skidoos.
Mavis, thank you so much for this conversation. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Curing fresh firewood can take a while, usually 6 to 12 months. Curing is the process of drying the wood so it'll burn better. Now, a Yukon University researcher says he has unlocked the best way to cure green firewood in just one season. The CBC's Nancy Thompson checked it out.
Well, I'm here with Stephen Biggenpound. You are a forest ecologist, and you have launched a rather unique experiment. How to stack a wood pile properly. And it looks like you've looked at various ways of doing that.
That's right. We've got 3 main treatments in the experiment. So we're looking at different ways of splitting or stacking wood in order to accelerate the drying.
Yeah.
So one of the treatments that's a bit dismantled over here now because we've been testing the moisture content is split and crosshatch stacked. So it's a bit more labor intensive, but it allows a lot more airflow around the wood. And then at the very end down there, we actually have what we call the easy method, the dump it off the back of the truck and let it dry where it lands.
Oh, I've done that method.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with it.
So this is a moisture meter, and it's just a little handheld thing that you can get locally or online. Open it up. And when I stick it into the wood along the grain, it's going to give me a reading in % of the moisture content. Now stick those 2 little prongs deep into the wood there, and this one comes up as 16% moisture. So that is the best way to be sure that the wood is dry enough for burning.
So you're split, stacked in regular fashion, not crosshatch, but just split and stacked. This stuff's ready to burn now.
Yep, it's ready to go. So that's what we wanted to see. Did you need to do the complicated crosshatch stacking? And so far it looks like no, you didn't really need to do that. Just splitting it is enough. And we know that actually our climate here in Whitehorse can be quite rainy in the summer. And obviously getting your wood soaked isn't going to help it dry faster. So if you can cover the wood, then that's much better.
Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go. You do all the hard work, okay? I'll pick up.
That was the CBC's Nancy Thompson in Whitehorse. Nunavut Sivuniksavut has empowered Inuit youth for decades. The Ottawa-based post-secondary institution offers programs informed by Inuit history, experience, and values. This week marked 40 years since the launch of its first program. Staff, students, and alumni celebrated with a gala in Ottawa on Wednesday night. The CBC's Anshul Sharma was there.
The excitement was palpable at the Infinity Convention Centre in Ottawa, where Inuit from around the world came together to celebrate 40 years of Nunavut Sivuniksavut. Marie Angus co-founded the post-secondary program in 1985 during land claim negotiations.
The program was meant to bring in young people down here close to the action of the negotiations so they could eventually go home and keep the public informed about what was going on at the time.
Many students went on to become influential leaders, including former Nunavut Premier PJ Akiaguk.
It really began with my dad, who's here with us, and I'm so fortunate and honored that he's here with us today, who was one of the first 10 students back in 1985, who really, with his footprints and the many others who were part of that program, who really laid the foundation for us, who have since followed.
Others went on to make their mark in the arts. Martha Kayak is the executive director of Nunavut Siviniksivut. She says she's seen firsthand the transformation students undergo from the moment they walk into the school up to their graduation.
Throughout their learning of Inuit history, land claims, and Inuit rights, they really develop a good foundation, and the pride that they carry and the way they present themselves really changes.
Over the years, the curriculum evolved to include more cultural education. Current students like Zebedee Gradam and Mackenzie Porter say they appreciate it.
It gave me a lot of purpose, and it's been a very big eye-opener for me in a lot of good ways.
To speak Inuktitut. I want to be able to know these things, and so far coming to NS, I'm building a base, and I'm loving it so far.
Kayak says Nunavut Siviniksivut has a very high success rate, and she hopes it continues to thrive for another 40 years. Anshul Sharma, CBC News, Ottawa.
And that is Northbeat for tonight. For news anytime, go to cbc.ca/north. Thank you for watching. We leave you tonight with views from Sigachik, Northwest Territories. I'm Megan Roberts in Sigachik. Have a good night.